this is Milani Hajun. So welcome to my channel, which is all about enhancing what you have. Today we are going to enhance our imaginations by sharing ghost stories and some other stories about mythological creatures. Now, does it sound interesting? Then keep on watching. So I'm going to read stories that you guys have sent me, which are incidents that are true and are related to your relatives or you, and I'm going to share my experiences as well and some other stories that I know by someone, like, you know, here and there I've heard about it. So yeah, if any of you want to be part of this beautiful ghost stories gang, then what you have to do is you just have to DM me on Instagram and share paranormal experiences of you or about someone that you know. Thank you so much everyone who are submitting their stories, and I'm so happy and so excited that this gang of Asian stories is just expanding and expanding. So yeah, let's start. I will be reading stories from my phone, so I will be looking down. But before starting the stories that you have shared with me, I want to share something with you. From this point onwards, from this video onwards, in case you like this series, in every next video related to true Asian stories, we are going to share some mythological creatures. Now it can be of any country, Pakistan, Indonesia, Malaysia, anywhere in this world. We're going to talk about different mythological creatures. Now today the mythological creature that I'm going to talk about is a very famous mythological creature in Pakistan. Now ever since I was a kid, I used to listen about this mythological creature from my pupo. I used to call her Nana. So this mythological creature that we're going to talk about is a snake. Now in Pakistan we have these tales or folklore about a snake that is a shapeshifter. Now this shapeshifter snake is called Sheeshnag in Pakistan and obviously in India as well. So basically this Sheeshnag is a cobra. I don't know which specific cobra it is, but anyways it's a cobra. And this cobra, after this cobra lives for around 100 years, it has this ability to then after 100 years shapeshift himself into any human form. Any human he wants to be, like, he can shapeshift into any human. That's the ability, or that's the gift this snake gets. Now these are the tales. Now I'm not sure how much true it is. So back in 1800s, this is a story of some village, either in India or Pakistan now. Okay, so what happened in this village was that there was this girl who fell in love with a person, a man of course, who used to visit their village every now and then. Now she fell in love with her and somehow she accused him of attempt to rape, kind of attempt to rape, or she accused him of misbehaving with her somehow. Whatever it was, back then it was a very big thing. So what happened, the leaders or the heads of the village sat down and everybody discussed the matter. And you know, somehow how the girls do it, like, what will happen to me now, who will marry me, or something like that. So something like that happened and everybody decided that this guy will get married to this girl. Now obviously the guy would have said that no, I haven't done it, but nobody was buying it. So what happened, this girl got married to this man. Now about this man, what my aunt told me, my nana told me, was that this guy was very handsome and his eyes were colored eyes. Like usually we have these dark brown or black eyes in Pakistan, but he had colored eyes, in the sense like light green or some type of different color, like not the very normal color we have. So what happened, they got married, and on the first night, on the wedding night, this guy asked the girl that why did you did that, and she told him that I fell in love with you and I didn't want to marry someone else, so I just had to do it because I wanted to get married to you. Anyways, so what happened, this guy replied that you shouldn't have done that. So there was this odd thing about this man, that he used to sleep after closing all doors and windows. He never used to sleep with the doors or windows open. So what happened one day, that this girl had to go to some event in the village. So she came back home early, and at that time when she came home, she thought that what does he do after closing all the doors? I should see. So what happened, she peeked from one of the windows, like she would have opened it or whatever, And what did she saw? That there was this big, very big snake which was covering the entire charpai or the bed, and this big, very big snake was sleeping there, or whatever the snake was doing. I don't remember. So the snake was lying down over there. So actually what happened was that the snake was her husband. So her husband told her that, okay, I'm a snake, basically I am a snake, that's why I never wanted to get married to you, but now as we are married, I'm not going to leave you or anything, but what you have to do is you should not tell anyone. Later what happened, this girl, like while talking to some aunt or some elder lady in the family, she told that person that, you know, my husband is a snake and I've seen that and all. So after the time she told this lady, she never ever saw her husband, and that's how the story ends. So this story is by Iram Jia, and Jia, welcome to our Ghost Stories gang. Hey. So yeah, that's how her story goes. I was sleeping with my mom and I woke up by the sound water gushing. It was very, very loud, and it was not a dream. Because when I completely woke up, the sound was the same. I thought that maybe a water pipeline has broken. Then I woke up my mother and I told her that I think water pipeline is broken. She was like, "What?" I said, "Can't you hear the sound?" And as soon as I said that, it was gone, totally gone. And all of this happened for like 2 to 3 minutes. So it was not a dream, and the sound was very loud. And it was around 3:20 a.m. I clearly remember everything. Now, if any of you have watched the other series, part 1, 2, 3 and all, you all would know that 3 a.m. is a very bad time. When something happens, even if it is happening logically, like all of us are going to freak out. So yeah. Also, if any of you haven't watched any of the other parts, please go and watch it. Like, you guys are going to love it. Let's read. Let me tell you one that my mom told me. It happened when she was young, in her teenage. She visited her maternal grandmother. Her grandma lived in a village, and many people of this village experienced paranormal activities. It's really common in village. She was sleeping with her grandmother in a veranda, and it was surrounded by trees and bushes, not too many. She was sleeping with her and she woke up in the middle of night and saw her standing in front of her. But she was sleeping next to her. She was very scared. She looked again, and she was still standing there. Then she hugged her grandma, who was sleeping next to her. Thank God she didn't hug the other lady. And covered her face with the blanket. After some time, she peeked from her blanket, and still it was there smiling at her. I've got goosebumps, and this is very scary. Like, imagine. Like, at this point, you don't even know which one is your grandmother, right? Hi Allah. So yeah, this is the next incident by her. It happened to me in December last year. I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't. After reading Exo's fanfic. And suddenly, I listened to some very scary voices. They were not very loud, but loud enough to listen. I thought maybe it is because I'm awake from long. Then I went to the bathroom and I washed my face. I avoid looking into the mirror during night. But I did look at that time, and I was terrified. It was me, but it was very scary. At that time, my skin was very bad, so I had acne pimple patches all over my face. And that sound was coming from my grandma's room because she was snoring. I hope all of you smiled as well. Gia, that was a good one. So yeah, let's read our next story. So yeah, this next story is by a very, very good friend of mine. I was planning on sharing mine, but it's too much for others, I guess, because whenever I tell someone, they run away or call me cursed. My whole life has been an abnormal one because of these things. I'm a spiritual person and I can see these things. And I swear to God, those people should be thankful who cannot see these. I agree. This is the same thing my brother tells me, that you should be thankful that you can't see it. It gets so uncomfortable when you say you're alone, but you're not because you know you can see them and your privacy is no more there. I can't even change clothes peacefully because they have their eyes on me, like even right now. One literally lives in my wardrobe and claps at midnight and bothers me. One lives under my bed and shakes it and tries to freak me out. Usually happens at night. I see them going here and there through the walls. They are creepy and in different shapes and sizes. Many more to tell though, but I guess it's enough. Some of these things are like friends, and if anyone hurts me, they take revenge for me if I don't stop. It's like I have some type of friends. I don't care about the people who left because there are many who stayed because they love me for me. Like right now, one thing is looking into my phone. They sometimes freak me because I will be sitting and suddenly I will see a face coming out of the wall. Yeah. So this next story is by Shahbano Farhan. First, our old house was school, but after some years we closed all classes that were downstairs for privacy. I used to walk there. One day my baby sister asked to join me, so I said yes. That place was dark because of night and light was gone. Soon my sister started to look at specific class. After a while she said, "There is a girl inside." I went in and checked, but there was no one. So I understood what that was. I took my sister to our house and told everything to my mom. She consulted an uncle. After checking, he told that as our house was a kind of rest place for jinns, like Hotel del Luna, because ghosts or jinns do come there and leave after a little rest. Great. Second, I was so tired and went to room to sleep. My sister and mom were also there sleeping. I lie down facing door of the room and started to recite Ayatul Kursi. Now, all of you who are not Muslims, Ayatul Kursi is like the verses of Quran. I saw a small bald black kid entered the room, took a look at everyone and left. I just can't tell you, I got so scared and doubled my Ayatul Kursi speed. I would have done the same thing. After some time, I slept. Well, yes, I slept because our house was full of weird stuff, plus Ayatul Kursi Zindabad. My mom again contacted our uncle and told him. He told that somebody has hid some amulets in his grave and that's why he came. Third one is so stupid and looks like drama, but it's true, I promise. I get you, okay? We already have cats, but a street cat came. Our cats used to beat that poor street cat, but that cat never left. And even though I have never petted or fed that cat, but that cat followed me and mew a lot when it was with me and rubbed itself a lot on me. I have a habit of walk and talk on phone, and my friends were so annoyed that the cat mews a lot. After a week or 10 days, I saw a dream in which I heard mew from my room, and when entered there was no one. So I took my phone suddenly, fishnet fall on me, and a voice came saying, "Why do you tease me so much?" I ran to my mom and told her, though she made fun of me. Next, soon in the dream, I got a text saying, I want to be your friend and I am a jinn, 119 years old, etc. In dream, I thought if I refuse her, she might do something and said, okay, lol. After waking up, I told my mom and laughed, but I insisted on seeking help. She called our uncle. Uncle really helped us a lot. Thank you, uncle. And he recited some verses. After that day, I haven't seen that cat in my life. Actually, things like these scare me a lot. So yeah, this next story is by iChan01. And hello everyone, whoever is submitting the stories for the first time. So I spent 4 years at Punjab University hostel, and it's the oldest one, like very old. So I have quite affiliation with animals, and the cats there always ran after me and played with me. There was this cat. What's up with cats and snakes today, right? There was this cat which others considered rather ugly. There were little hair on her face and she did look weird, but I loved her because she was always there when I was alone. I even talked to her and it was as if she was always listening. Now all the animals, like, they do understand what we say, they just don't have the tongue to reply back. So otherwise all of us would be getting lots of, When I was sad, it's like she knew and she gave me extra love. So cute. Well, animals do have that instinct. I don't know why I'm getting goosebumps. But during the summer vacations, I had to stay at the hostel for my internship, Gold. It was around 2 a.m. and there were only few people at the hostel. My hostel was really creepy, huge dark corridors and a lot of trees. So I went to get some water, and when I was walking back, that cat started following me. I pet her and resumed walking, and she followed me till my room. There is this huge bulb near our rooms, Roshandan. I forgot what's it called in English. I have forgot to, so I would be like putting it here anyways. And the cat stopped and stared at it. I called her, even pushed her with my foot, but she didn't move a muscle and kept staring at it. I tried a few more times, but she didn't budge. Then I started looking at the window as well, and even though it was summer, I don't know why, I felt a bit cold. I don't know how to express it. I started feeling weird. I started reciting Ayatul Kursi, and as soon as I was done, the cat mewed and walked away. My heart was beating so fast, and there were only like few girls in the hostel with 300 plus rooms. Maybe that cat was your savior. I slowly opened the door and went inside, and I kept reciting Ayatul Kursi. I managed to sleep though later on, but I kept having weird dreams and the sleep was rather uncomfortable. I have had other experiences at the hostel too. They're not huge, but they're scary to me. I totally get it. That cat later came to me as usual, as if everything was fine, but she was a bit too clingy with me as compared to others. There were other girls in the hostel as well who adored cats, but she always hung out with me. I'd be sitting in the grass and she's just come down and lay down next to me. It was nice, to be honest. Aww. So yeah, that's all for this part, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the stories, and don't forget to share your stories, your experiences, or someone you know had the experiences, so don't forget to share that. My DMs are always open and I would love to have your stories as well with me. Okay, see you all next time. Bye bye. And